Hey there, everybody. Tommy Hilkin over here at Liberty Office Suites, and today I'm with Matthew Struck. How you doing, Matt?
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Doing real good. I wanted to check in with you. So, Treadstone Risk Management. Tell us a little bit about your company, who you are, what you do, all that kind of good stuff.
Sure thing. So we are a independent risk management and insurance broker. We work with a lot of businesses, mostly commercial businesses, to help place their insurance and also risk manage their daily operations. We are a little over 3 years into our agency. I started it with my partner. We both worked at large independent brokers beforehand, and we wanted to start a decentralized insurance brokerage that really had some opportunity to grow and didn't have some of the restrictions of, the more conventional companies that were out there.
That's fantastic. So let me ask you, what brought you to Liberty Office Suites?
It was a number of things, actually. So when we started our agency, I mean, to this day, my headquarters is technically my partner's home office in his apartment. So I was working from home. He was working from home. I really needed a space to get away from my wife and kids, because as much as working from home was alluring, it was also very tough to, be at their disposal all the time because that conflict of interest sometimes is tough to navigate. So I was definitely looking at, somewhat of an office space where I could kind of, have some quiet and calm and be efficient. I looked at 3 other, temporary and on-demand office space providers, and they ranged in price, they ranged in offerings. Ultimately, what brought me here was a number of things. The price was extremely competitive. The facility was extremely well maintained. I mean, it's not like overly done, but it is extremely professional, well appointed. Ron was not trying to allure me with all the like LED screens and everything like that. So, I appreciated that. And then the last thing was just the people. I met the staff here. Karen, who works out the front now, she wasn't here at the time, but Ron hires fantastic people. And just it really kind of feels almost like, it's like a family business. You don't feel like you're in a corporate kind of, office space kind of setup. It's very family, very close, comfortable. I hang out and shoot the breeze with Karen and the folks at the front. So it's a good place.
Yeah, and camaraderie is a big part, especially if you're working solo like myself. That's why I'm here at Liberty. It gets me a place to go, to breathe, to see some people. I agree. When people are tapping on your shoulder, can you help me out? Can you help me out? Can you help me out? Right? Can you help me with my homework? Right? It takes away from work just a little bit.
Yep.
I fully understand it. So I was going to ask you a bunch of questions, but I have to tell you, you filled us in pretty much all along, everything, the reasons you like, what brought you here, what's keeping you here, and I appreciate that. So would you recommend us to other people if they were looking for a space to have an office?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, no, again, I surveyed a number of the different options that were out there in the marketplace, and, some were a little bit better in some areas, some were worse in areas. This was the perfect combination of everything I was looking for. So I would most definitely advocate that if anyone's looking for temporary or even a virtual office kind of environment, that Liberty Office Suites is definitely going to take care of everything and anything that they need.
Yeah, and it seems like more and more people will be working from home, but the reason I'm here is just that whole thing of the mindset of working at home compared to coming out and actually going to work. I fell into the trap myself. That's why I'm sharing it with you, was, stuck at home. So all of a sudden you're at home all the time, right?
Yep.
For my psyche and my mindset, I actually got myself out. So is there anything you'd like to add to this or how we can close it out?
No, I think we touched on most of the big things. I mean, the other alluring piece here is, and it goes along with the mentality of myself and my business partner when we started our agency, was we also didn't want these ridiculously long commitments and contracts and things like that.
Okay.
The last thing we wanted to do was go through a hard patch and have to like fire tons of people and still have overhead of like big rent payments and stuff like that. Liberty offers that flexible alternative as well. So you're not going to get locked into multi-year leases for big dollar amounts. You're not going to get locked into places that are going to require you to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars to outfit the place. It's already well appointed. And yeah, it also gives us the feel of being a large competitor in the marketplace with the facilities where we can invite someone in, but it doesn't require that we put all of that money and time and energy behind it.
That's awesome. Matt, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. And I hope to run into you down the road.
Anytime.